Greetings and welcome everyone to my newest Let's Play, Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations, if you haven't played it, is basically a look back at Sonic's previous games and, his highlights, his lowlights, and, everything in between. So, it's really just a sort of summary of Sonic's history for his 20th anniversary. And it's pretty damn good. If it was awful, I wouldn't be doing a Let's Play on it, but I am, because it's, it's not awful. Anyway, we are Classic Sonic right now, and Classic Sonic is essentially the Sonic we knew from, well, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and all that. Not Sonic the Hedgehog 1 though, because this little Sonic the Hedgehog can actually do a spin dash, and you couldn't originally do a spin dash. It was weird back in those dark times where Sonic couldn't spin dash. Let's not talk of those dark days. But anyway, so we are Classic Sonic, and he's just basically, it's the same gameplay you've expected from a classic 2D Sonic brought into, HD, and it's quite lovely, and it works very well. Also, there we go, we just got the Greased Lightning achievement, or I would have if I hadn't already gotten it, but there's an achievement for beating the first level of Green Hill Zone without, under a minute. It's for beating the level in under a minute, you'll get an achievement called Greased Lightning, and I would have gotten it. Anyway, cutscene.
He'll be here any second.
Hey guys, what's going on? You having a party or something?
Surprise!
Aw, you guys.
It's kind of impossible to surprise you.
You totally got me this time. I had no idea.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday, Sonic. Hope you like this.
Like it? I love it! What?
Sonic, what's that? What's it doing?
Hey! Not cool!
Help us!
Where am I?
Ooh, what's this white place we're in? Ooh, I wonder what it could be. Oh, it's Green Hill Zone, but in 3D. Yes, that's right. So, we can play as Modern Sonic and Classic Sonic. The way the game works is essentially there are 2 acts to every stage. There's Act 1, which is Classic Sonic, and then there's Act 2, which is Modern Sonic. Classic Sonic is basically what you saw earlier on in the video, and Modern Sonic is, well, the boost to win gameplay of, you know, colors and Sonic Unleashed. Well, Sonic Unleashed minus the Werehog sections, of course. Thankfully, Sega realized that the Werehog was a horrible idea and decided to completely ignore its existence for the rest of its life. So, good on you, Sega. You're learning. Anyway, so Modern Sonic is basically focused on speed. Classic Sonic is focused on precision platforming. This dude is focused on just balls to the wall speed. It's essentially like a racing game if every so often your car would have to be forced to jump over a pit or otherwise you'd die, that sort of stuff. So it's a very unique racing game, I guess. A racing game where you have fish chasing you, all that. But one of the main differences between this and a racing game is the fact that you can take multiple pathways. Say for example, I just continued on normally, I would take a different pathway, but I decided to jump up here, and I'm taking now the top pathway, which will lead me through a different pathway, you know, a faster one or potentially a slower one, depending on which pathway I'm taking. And so that's what the main difference is between this and a racing game. You know, you can take those different pathways. Classic Sonic has that as well, but with Classic Sonic, since it's 2D, it's the top pathway, the middle pathway, and the bottom pathway. For Modern Sonic, since he's 3D, it's actually just the left pathway, the middle pathway, and the right pathway. That's really all they've done, and, well, they added a boost button, really. That's basically just how they've incorporated the level design into Modern Sonic. They've just flipped it over. And so, yeah, so like Modern Sonic, he mostly focuses just on left and right movements when he's in 3D, and Classic Sonic focuses on left and right movements when he's in 2D. And it's like that sort of thing where it's just like they've just changed the perspective, but it's essentially the same game, just, well, it's not the same game, I mean, you know, the boost and all that, different focuses, but whatever. I'm sure you know what I mean. Anyway, Tails is alive.
Thanks, Sonic. I thought I was dead, floating without a body in a black limbo. Ugh, I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks.
You were floating without a body in a black limbo. That sounds horrible.
Is it me? Or is that place we were just in awfully familiar?
Not to me, but this place looks like something sucked all the life and color out of it. Totally strange.
No stranger than rescuing genies in magic books or saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park. I'm more concerned about finding our friends.
Hey, Sonic, I saw something over there in the distance. Like buildings, but they look weird.
That might be a good place to check out. I'll be back soon.
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said soon. I thought you already left.
No, seriously, are we just not going to mention the fact that he was floating without a body in a black limbo? He said he was going to have nightmares for weeks, but we're just going to ignore that and just carry on and go explore the rest of the world. Oh, hey Tails, I hear you're going to have nightmares for weeks, probably going to need lots of mental help. Well, good luck with that. I'm going to go over here and run through some buildings because it looks pretty. Jesus Christ, Sonic. Also, this is just the tutorial. If you would like to read it, you can, but it's just explaining what I explained earlier on. Gotta keep up, game. Anyway, this is Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic 2. So, yes, the game will be doing a sort of look back at all, like I said earlier on, it is doing a look back at all of Sonic's highlights, lowlights, and everything in between. So, it's going to take a single stage from each game of, a single stage from each of Sonic's previous games, and then sort of remaster them in a sense. So, Green Hill Zone was from Sonic 1, and this is from Sonic 2. So, you know, it's a nice little level. So, I believe, if I remember correctly, Sega just had a poll, and they asked the fans, what are your favorite levels from these games? And so then they had a vote, and then these were the levels that they came up with, you know, Green Hill Zone, your Chemical Plant Zone, and I'm not going to list the rest of them because that'd be spoilers, but you'll find out soon enough as soon as we go through them. But overall, it's a very nice transition. It's absolutely full of nostalgia. Well, not so much for me though, because I didn't really play Sonic 2, but I assume for the people who did, it's full of nostalgia, and for those other games that I did play of Sonic, you know, like Sonic 3 and Knuckles and all that, it is nostalgia-tastic. And they transitioned it really well. Sega really got its, like, I don't know, Sonic Team and Sega, and everything went right with this game, it seems. Like, this is a really fantastic game. Also, I believe just up ahead is, okay, jump here, and then bam. You would have gotten the Walking on Water achievement, or rather, that would end the amount of water that you would need to travel on to get the Walking on Water achievement. The Walking on Water achievement is basically just complete Chemical Plant Zone without touching water, and if you were following along with my gameplay, then you would have done that. Also, you can homing attack onto this thing for a nice little boost of speed there. Also, keep an eye out for this, and air boost in here by pressing the boost button in midair, and you can land on this rail. And yeah, that saves a ton of time, and it is just brilliant. So if you're trying to get an S rank in this level, and you need help, well then, definitely do an air boost at that section, and it should probably come, you know, relatively easy. And we get an S rank. You also need to get a perfect bonus, so don't die either. That would help.
Sonic!
Tails!
This chemical plant feels familiar. I'd never forget a smell like this. And that pink water makes me really nervous for some reason.
You're right, Tails. This place is giving me deja vu all over again.
And that is the end of Modern Sonic for Chemical Plant Zone, and now we are heading on to Classic Sonic for his Chemical Plant Zone. And now you probably saw in the earlier video that I was playing okay with, you know, Classic Sonic. I managed to get the Beat Green Hill Zone in under a minute, but that's basically going to be the end of me being somewhat competent as Classic Sonic. I am not good with Classic Sonic at all. Like, I am pretty bad. Like, look at that. Like, how did I miss that? Like, this is a two-dimensional game, yet somehow I managed to go above the plane of, like, and I went past it. Like, it looked like I was supposed to land on it, but I didn't. It just goes to show how not great at this game I am. It's not going to be too painful to watch, I hope, but you will see a lot of silly mistakes that I make with Classic Sonic, just because I am more inexperienced with Classic Sonic than I am Modern Sonic. It's just as simple as that. Like you saw me there, I just went back to the left. Why would I go that? You know, you gotta press right to win. That's the rules of Sonic. But I go left. Actually, I think I thought there was a red ring there, but there wasn't, so yeah. I think I was actually thinking of this section. There was a section you had to go spin dash forward up to get a red ring through there. I don't know. I suppose I should mention red rings and what those are. They are essentially collectibles. There are 5 red rings in each stage. That's both Sonic and that's both Classic Sonic and Modern Sonic, by the way. So there's 10 red rings you need to collect for each level. And in order to collect them, you'll need to, you know, traverse through the different paths. Remember earlier on I mentioned how there's a bottom path, a middle path, and a top path? Well, you'll need to, for the most part, traverse through all of those in order to collect all the red rings. So it's basically just an incentive for you to explore throughout the level and, you know, pick some stuff up, all that sort of stuff, really. It's not important, really. If you do collect all 5 red rings, they will give you a new skill, but for the most part, those skills are very minor. In fact, I don't equip any skills in this entire playthrough. Spoiler alert there, I guess. But yeah, I won't be equipping any skills, so I'm just going to prove it to you that you don't need them, because I'm not going to use them, and if I don't need them, then you don't need them, surely.
Thank you, Sonic. Wow, you look younger every day. What's your secret? Sonic!
Oh, Amy, you have had a bad time in 3D Sonic's history, haven't you? There was Sonic Adventure 1, which you were you played really more like a Mario game than a Sonic game. But then there was like Sonic Heroes, where you were essentially just a clone of Sonic. Then there was Sonic 06, and you're like invisible. You need a better game to play as. Why not Sonic Generations? Oh, here you are, Amy. Yeah, why not? I figured, you know, since I'm playing the PC version of Sonic Generations, I can mod, and I want to play as Amy. Why don't I just do that? So I went and downloaded a mod, and now I can play as Amy Rose in Sonic Generations. It's essentially just Sonic, but with Amy's voice clips and her skin. That's really it. There's no difference in like the animations or anything like that. She will do the exact same animations as Sonic, and except she's just, well, it's essentially like it was in Sonic Heroes. She's just a pink Sonic. That's really it. Also, boost back here, there's a 1-up right there. And so you do get explored for rewarding like that. Also, you can get a red ring by homing attacking those enemies, which is pretty cool. Also, it took me forever to realize you could grind this rail. I totally discovered that by like accident. I think it actually saves quite a bit of time if you grind that rail instead of just boosting down it. Not 100% certain on that. Haven't done any sort of like testing or whatever, but it's definitely something to consider if you're looking to speedrun this game, I guess. And also, here is another red ring. When you're going through those rainbow loops that I passed earlier, you want to make sure you jump above the first one and go into the second one in order to get to the top path. That's where people tend to mess up on that one because they just think it's going to lead them up, but it doesn't. Also, check this out. You can just go on like that zipline and jump off, but I decided why not just boost on there instead, and I did. So that's something. Yeah, and I think that's all the red rings that I'm going to collect in this level anyway. Not 100% certain. We'll find out as I continue on anyway. This robot, that's annoying. I don't like that fella. He can be really annoying because if you just mess up the slightest bit, he will destroy you and he'll lock you out. It's just bad news all around. But anyway, I think we are coming towards the end of the level. Just gonna air boost across here. Unfortunately, I mistimed that somehow, and I didn't manage to jump over onto and land on the boost pad, so I wasted a few seconds, but oh well. Live and learn. And that's the S rank right there. Not too bad, not too bad. And you know what? Amy, you did a pretty damn good job. How many red rings did you collect? It's not showing me, because I guess that's a downside of the mod. Actually, if you can see here, like it's not transitioning the white to color. That's because of the mod. Anyway, let's see how many red rings I got here. Artwork. Yep. I got them all. You can tell you got them all when you get a skill, and when that giant glowy thing with the, the leaves and all that, or whatever it's called, appears. That means you have gotten all the red rings, and so that's a pretty fancy way of showing it off. And that's also ends Amy Rose's adventure in Sonic Generations. Goodbye, Amy Rose. It was nice knowing you, but your mod wasn't the most well done, so you're sort of ruining the game. Like you saw how I don't know if you saw it or not. You might have been AFK while it was happening, but if you did see it, then during the loading screen, it had a really glitchy section. Also, I jumped over this, and it just really lost a lot of time there. Don't jump over that. I was trying to be fancy, failed massively. Oh well. But yeah, if you probably saw during the loading screen, there was lots of glitches. That wasn't me editing in anything to try and be like, ooh, look, Amy's coming in, it's destroying the world. No, that was just the mod not being very well made, or just being a bit glitchy. Yeah. So, oh well. So, goodbye, Amy Rose. Nice knowing you. Anyway, this is from... I guess I should talk about the level. Sky Sanctuary is from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is probably... Not probably. It is my favorite classic Sonic game on the Genesis or Mega Drive, or wherever, whatever you call it from wherever you are. It is just perfect, in my opinion. It has great level design. The enemies are great. The only real problem with it is that it ends. No, but seriously, yeah, I just like Sonic 3 and Knuckles the most. I mean, it's got Mecha Sonic in it, and Mecha Sonic is awesome. I prefer him over Metal Sonic. Ugh, Metal Sonic. It's got Mecha Sonic, which is cool, and you get to play as Knuckles in all those stages, and you got Tails as well. Tails is a radical dude. He's underrated. For some reason, people really hate Tails in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I just don't get the hate. Actually, yeah, someone tell me, someone told me in the comment section if you hate Tails and why you do, like in those classic games, because I'm genuinely curious, because I've never had a problem with Tails in any of the Sonic games. He's always sort of just been that guy who would just, like, I would jump on top of the boss, and then he'd jump on top of the boss a little later, and then we'd kill the boss, like, quicker. And it's like, why would I hate him for helping me kill the boss quicker? Like, oh, that jerk. How dare you help me be more efficient? I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm not saying, maybe I'm just incredibly lucky. Don't know. But anyway, we just picked up a red ring there, and Sky Sanctuary is rather special in this sense that you need to go down 3 separate pathways that all lead to the same ending in order to get a red ring. Because you saw how there were 3 different tracks leading up to that? Yeah, you need to go on 3 entirely different pathways in order to get those last 2 red rings, and it is infuriating trying to collect those, because, you know, it took me forever to try and figure out how to get to those. Actually, I could have saved myself a lot of trouble if I had just talked to Knuckles. Your friends can give you lots of advice in how to collect red rings, how to get in an S rank, how to do basically everything. They'll give you lots of advice.
Sonic, you did a good job back there. Hey, did you gain weight?
Wow, Knuckles,
Sonic.
just wow. I did not expect that sort of comment coming from you, Mr. Dreadlocks, Echidna. You're not even an Echidna. Why? You're nothing. Anyway, we have now unlocked the challenge acts. The challenge acts are, there are 5 challenges in each level for both modern and classic Sonic. So there's 10 challenges in total for each section, and you need to complete at least 1 in each level. So there's so you need to complete a challenge act in Sky Sanctuary, Chemical Plant Zone, and then Green Hill in order to collect a boss key so that you can unlock the boss of the level in order to advance throughout the story. And yes, that's what we're doing right now. We're just going to go through some of the challenge acts, and then we're going to collect the boss key, and then we're going to go do the boss or something like that. Right now I am doing the 300% gauge rebooter or something like that. I think it's 300 or 200%. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's 200%. But basically it's just my my boost gauge is 200% increased, and but it doesn't refill. That is really the only difference. So I just need to make sure that I don't run out of boost, or else it'll take forever. And oh, I actually, hold on, there we go. See, done. I actually got an S rank. I blasted through that. The S rank was a minute 10, and I did it in like just under 50 or something like that. Yeah. So also here. So now that we've completed a challenge act, we can go collect the boss key. If we try to go grab it beforehand, there would have been a protective shield around it. I think that's a bit redundant. There would have been a shield around it, and it would have just hit us, and it would be like, no shield for you. Anyway, now we're doing the Green Hill Zone challenge act, which is essentially, I'm just decided to do essentially the same one, because, you know, I managed to do the other one pretty well, so why not do it again, eh? And so, yeah, my boost gauge has increased by 300%, so I'm now just going to have to race through Green Hill Zone with that amount, and just try and complete the level before it runs out. And it won't refill, so that's what I've got to worry about. And just, you know, just race through. These levels are actually pretty simple. They're not entirely difficult, and they're just generally nice little fun distractions. The challenge acts are actually a very nice little thing to play. Even if after you finish the game, and if you want some more Sonic Generations, you can go play the challenge acts. They're actually really entertaining. Some of them are. Some of them are actually total bullshit, but we'll get into that later.
It looks like there's only one ring here. You'll have to take good care of it and avoid taking any damage.
Silly Omochow. One ring? Huh. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, I'm not, but he is. I'm playing as him. And I don't need a ring. I just need skill, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So instead of playing the 1 ring challenge, I decided to play the 0 ring challenge, which is essentially the 1 ring challenge, but instead of picking up the ring, I just skip it. Not exactly useful, really. You don't get any sort of bonus points for completing the level with 0 rings instead of 1. It's just, if you're feeling a bit masochistic, then go right ahead, I guess. But also, that was incredibly close. I nearly hit that spike ball, and I would have killed myself had I touched that, so I'm lucky that I didn't. But yeah, just basically, if you want to complete the one ring challenge, just be fast but quick, be agile, but sting. Move like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That sort of stuff. That's exactly what you've got to do. I guess you can ignore stinging like a bee or whatever. You can just move like a butterfly, I guess. But anyway, we're already nearing the end of this little stage, so that was actually surprisingly quick and easy. But these are the first few challenge acts, so it's to be expected that they'd be a bit easy. Anyway, we had just gone out 3rd S ranked on that challenge act, and that wasn't too bad. Now let's go collect the final boss key, and thank you very much. Now we can go versus the boss, but before we do that, let's go say hello to Metal Sonic. Now, these are rival battles. They have a they have a main difficulty, and then they have their hard version of their difficulty. But anyway, hold on, cutscene. I absolutely love that. Good God bit. It's awesome. But anyway, as I was saying, rival battles, or boss battles in general, have 2 difficulty settings. Their main difficulty, and then they have their hard difficulty, which you unlock after completing the main difficulty once. You don't need to get an S rank, you don't need to get an A rank or anything like that. You just beat it once, and then you unlock hard mode. So that's what I'm doing right now, because I'm sure by now a lot of people have already seen how to play the main fights, but not the hard fight, which most people I seem to know just didn't even realize existed. But anyway, you just saw the main difference between the normal boss fight and the hard boss fight. Metal Sonic will normally throw those street lamps at you, but in hard mode he just throws more at you. That's really the only difference. Also, Omochao says don't hit him while he's charging up, but you can. I don't know why Omochao's lying to me. Omochao, why would you lie to me? I think Omochao's working for Metal Sonic. That's the only reasoning I can think of. Turn it up! Good God! Oh, I love that bit. It's amazing. Anyway, there we go. We just got our A rank. Oh, sorry, hold on. S rank, because I got a perfect bonus, and we get more points. Points can be used at the skill shop to purchase your skills or 1-ups. I'm not going to purchase any 1-ups right now, or any skills for right now. So, we're not going to be able to see any of those. But anyway, let's put these boss keys in, and we'll see what's happening in the boss room soon enough. As soon as it opens up, which doesn't actually play a sound effect, which I've always found weird. I feel like this should be some sort of creaking sound effect when that thing opens up. It just feels like they're missing something.
Take a good look at yourself, Sonic.
Dr. Eggman?
It's the last look you'll get before I close your eyes forever.
Another Sonic? What? Wait a second!
Fun fact, depending on which Sonic you choose to start that boss fight with, it'll change the perspective of whose perspective you're viewing from that cutscene. So if you start the level with Classic Sonic, you'll view Classic Sonic's. If you start the level with Modern Sonic, you'll view Modern Sonic's perspective. That's a nice little bit of fun fact for you. Trivia stuff thing. The Death Egg Robot. Now this dude, he was a real menace in, what game was he from? Oh my god, was it Sonic 1 or Sonic 2? I think it was Sonic 2? No, it was Sonic 2. I forget. But he's been a real menace. Anyway, normally on the main stage difficulty, he will take 2 hits from his rear, and then on hard difficulty, he takes 4 hits in his rear. So, just like that, we're already past what the only difference is. when we enter hard mode. Also, make sure you get squished here. You may be wondering why I say that, because it allows you to hit his behind for an extra hit, which makes the fight a lot easier. Now, normally when he just stomps the ground, hold on, I'll show you what I mean. Eggman, could you please do me the honors of stomping the ground? There we go. See, I didn't get hit from Eggman, so I get launched up into the air, and that is what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get launched up into the air, and you're supposed to put those bombs up and all that, but I decided to, hit him in the behind. And because I hit him in the behind, we only need to hit him once, and now we're done.
What? No! No! Sonic, save me! Ah!
I can't believe there's 2 of me.
I think I figured it out. Yeah, me too. Doubles of us? Places and enemies from our past? We're traveling through time and space!
How did this happen?
I think it's got something to do with that big thing that just kidnapped Eggman. It sounds like the same thing that kidnapped your friends. I mean our friends. You know what I mean. There it is! Where'd it go?
We need to find that thing, and fast!
Well, that is the end of the Death Egg robot, who is a lot easier than he is in, like, every other incarnation of him. Sonic 4 Episode 1, he was a pain in my ass. Anyway, on that note, thanks for sticking around, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and GG.